Second one gone, 18 for 2 as it's Gerard Erasmus.
And give the viewers a tuition as to how to say his name.
You'd need HD for that one. I'm trying. Can't quite get that in the Gerard
Erasmus.
It's a good effort. Left alone first up.
A terrific bowling, and the wicket was an even better ball. Skidded on, hit middle of middle. Terrific bowling. Eskenazi disappointed with himself, but what beat him was the pace off the pitch. Terrific bowling again, straight on the stumps, creating enough doubts here. I'm telling you, the wicket is not as bad as it was in the morning. The batsmen are giving too much importance to what they saw than playing what is in front of them.
Punched off the back foot and really well fielded. Yeah, it's a big mental part of it too, isn't it? They walked in when the previous game was wrapping up.
And they put the heavy roller on it. The moisture has come up, dried out a little bit. It looks flatter. I won't say flat, but it's looked flatter than what it was in the morning.
Sweeping, big shout! Oh, the finger stays down on this one. It's going to be the end of the fifth. It's 19 for 2.
Moment, Siraj. The heat is on. This is fierce test cricket. First ball. Initial strike has changed the game. Brilliant delivery from Bumrah. Kohli very animated. Oh, got him. It's electric.
Australia versus India, third test, 14th December at 5:20 a.m.
Well, the Gurkhas, 6 days off, back into action. And they're going to be wanting to get on the winning trail to get into the playoff picture. And they will rely a lot upon this pair. Gerard Erasmus, he is a class player. And he may just have given a chance, have been taken. It was just a chip shot, wasn't it? Sad bits of fire strikes. And as I welcome H.D. Ackerman, the wickets just continue to fall.
But again, I'm not sure whether this is the surface, because it looks as though it's actually gone straight on. Erasmus has wanted to hit it with the turn, the perceived turn over extra cover. But Safar gets it to slide on, and it hits the inside half of the bat, and a good catch. Oh, he disappoints, Gerard Erasmus. He's normally a very good player of spin. 90 for 3.
Well, what a day we've had. Sensational crowds, spine-tingling atmosphere, and the wickets just keep falling. 23, what, about 35 overs, something like that. And you have to say, so much of this must come down to the grey matter up above the eyes. It's the mental game. It's where so much of our sport is played. Because of the gaps in between each delivery, you just constantly think, is it doing as much as some batters are making out, or are they mentally maybe collapsing a touch?
Well, Sriram did say, the little session before you and I stood on here, that he thought that the wicket was playing better than it did in the morning.
Short wide, help yourself. Nice way for Sumit Maharjan to get off the mark. He's played. Oh, this is surely come.
Progressed and the sun's come out, so the surface has played better. This, though, when you
They've done well.
Start to their campaign, and you can see it here. They just look a bit out of nick.
gonna sound as like a bit of a party pooper here, but it's all very well having a great team spirit and seeing all the wonderful sights and sounds. You've got to win some games.
It's all right, HD. Christmas is around the corner. We always need a Grinch. Beautifully bowled. Turn on offer again.
See? You don't get near it. Beats you by a foot.
And again.
Now, this is where you've got to be a little bit careful because you're expecting the ball to spin, and he is a very, very wily character, Zafar, and he will hunt for your front pad.
Well, if this man's a Christmas Grinch, I wonder who of our six is going to be the Santa. I'm going to nominate it. It has to be Darren Goff, doesn't it?
He's built like Santa. No, it's good running. Needs to be urgent. Every run like gold. End of the 8th. 30 for 4.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस् तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौ तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Neoco solar water heater.
someone who's having a stunning tournament, a sensational tournament. There is a big prize, isn't there, for the homegrown player of the series. And this man right here, he could be turning it into a rout the way he's going. He's got 7 wickets at an average of 12 with an economy rate of less than 6. And he scored nearly 100 more runs than anyone else in the whole competition. He has been quite brilliant.
Well, if his team don't win, they'll have to call him from home to come and get the prize, because his team don't win here, they're out. Imagine that, player of the series, and your team don't qualify for the playoffs.
There's a genuine chance on both fronts, to be honest. He's certainly the early front runner anyway. Who else has impressed you of the local players? The likes of Dipender Singh you probably knew a good bit about, but there's been some real talent amongst the left-arm spinners in particular.
Obviously, the national spinner, Rashbanji's an impressive man. I liked what Gulshan Jar did yesterday. I think Dev Kunal looks a good player, looks a very elegant player. No real big scores to speak of yet for Dev Kunal, but he does look a player for the long-term future.
What about 2 left-handers? What about Dinesh Karel? What about Ishan Pandey? They are on the hunt for a left-handed batter, there's no doubt, the national team.
Well, it will help the coaching staff, certainly, when you come to these matchups in T20 competitions. We heard that term matchups used a lot over the course of these broadcasts. Yeah, I like Ish Pandey, particularly in the last game, where I know he got player of the match and he got 17, but that 17 was worth 50 because he came in bat and he picked his attacking stroke play very carefully and then bowled nicely as well. So he might be the front runner there.
I also got reminded of something by Binod Bandari at the post-match presentation. You'll enjoy this. He said, Andrew Dyer, he probably said Taklu Dyer, let's be honest. He said, Taklu Dyer, you can't call him Ishan Pandey. And I said, have I pronounced it wrong? I know Ishan for years. It's Dr. Ishan Pandey. And of course, he is indeed a qualified medical doctor. Man of many talents. Overs bowled 34 for 4.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजो
DHI happier home today sahi
Right the way across Nepal. Surya Tamang will continue into his second over. Sharkey, who's a very good ODI player, is playing an ODI kind of innings, and given the conditions, you can probably understand that.
When you 4 down inside 7 or 8 overs, you really have to adjust your thought process on what you're trying to do. But I do like now that he's playing the odd sweep shot. This will be more of a challenge for the right-handers. I wouldn't mind them having a go at Podell with the off-spin.
That one's ragged, isn't it? Yeah, just amongst some of the other local players that have impressed me, I like what Bashir Ahmed has done with bat and ball for the Kings. I'm going to name a lot of left-arm spinners here, so forgive me in advance. Really like the story of Bipin Sharma, the 16-year-old. Abhishek Gautam, since he's come in, he's done really well. Reverse sweep, hitting with the spin, on top of the bounce, gets good reward. We're not going to see too many boundaries, potentially. It's just the 4th of the innings and the 1st to Bim Sharkey.
Well, this surely has to be the game plan. Get nice and low. There's not huge bounce. Just hitting with that turn. Yes, there's an element of risk, but there needs to be on this type of pitch. Well, the one thing about all those left-arm spinners is is Nepal are going to have to look, and I know you've already spoken about their coaching staff looking for other types of players, but around the world, they try and load their teams with a nice blend of left hand, right hand. So it's going to be important to find the off spinners as well, not just the left arm spinners.
I know.
And someone we haven't mentioned, someone who's not here in this competition because of that recovery from his anterior cruciate ligament injury, is Pawan Saraf. He's been in the national team this year as an off spinner again. He's got the height in terms of his right-handed batting too. We wish you well in your recovery, Pawan. In thinking of you. But yeah, it is actually, it's almost close to crazy just how dominant left arm spin has been throughout this competition.
A lot of right-handers, so it's work to treat. A lot of right-hand batters.
Bowling a bit too quickly for my liking. He needs to slow his pace down. That's when he's at his best. Tamang just battling for some confidence. It's the halfway stage of the first innings. The Gurkhas just finding some kind of a...
नमस्ते सबैजनालाई म मनोज काफले